Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Console Gaffer, the Dagenham and Redbridge save, and it is upon us. The first game of the season is here in the Premier League, and as you can see the Premier League table where we are at the moment. The first game's happened already between Aston Villa and Leicester, and it was a comfortable Aston Villa 2-0 victory for them, which puts Leicester to the bottom of the table. But you can see the rest of the teams in this league, and then there we are, the Daggers, Dagenham and Redbridge, sitting on no points, currently in ninth. I would take that this season to finish there, but the main thing is we just need to try and finish outside the 18th, 19th, or 20th place. It's going to be very, very difficult, but we'll give it a go. We're here. We've managed to get from the lowest possible point in the Football League to the highest possible point being the Premier League. So we're here now, and there is some good teams obviously in here. But before we get into as you can probably see, the fixture of the match that we're going to play in match day 1, we have got a fantastic baptism of fire, an away match against Liverpool. So that's going to be joyful. We'll look forward to that one. That is going to be, because we're on the date at the moment, it's kick off in a couple of hours' time game-wise. So yeah, we've got Liverpool in the first game of the season. Season preview, predicted league table is to look like this. So this is what the media have put out is going to be the predicted league table this season. So they're predicting Manchester City top of the tree. They're predicting Arsenal to finish second. Liverpool to finish third, who we've got in the first team of the season, first game of the season. And as you can see, what a fantastic sign they've got. They've signed 2 Arsenal centre-backs, well, Calafiori and Hinakapi. They've still got Frimpong, Konate, Gravenberg, McAllister, Williams, Wirtz, Gotts, and Isak up front. And as you can see, they've got somebody that they signed who we've got in our Celtic save, Kasper Urabanski, who we signed in our Celtic save and knew he was going to be a top player. But in this Dagenham Redbridge save, he's been from Lega and he went to Bayern Munich. And he's been there for 4 years and he's signed for Liverpool for £31 million. So if you can snap him up early in your save, go for Kasper Urabanski. Anyway, I digress. So, long story short, we are expected to finish rock bottom of the table, which is not really fantastic, but it's expected. So what we'll do is we'll go and show you the transfers that we've brought in so far to try and keep us up. So we signed a couple towards the end of last season. After the season finished, we signed Liam Scales, free contract from Celtic. I know he's 32 years old, but he can play left back, he can play left centre back in a few different positions. He's 6'2", he's still got really good physicals, his mentals are still very good for a central defender. And for a central defender, he's got good technique, decent passing, his heading's good, his first touch is good. So for a free transfer to bring in Liam Scales is an absolute no-brainer for me. So we brought Scalesy in to play in the Premier League at the ripe old age of 32. We then brought Barima Balde back on loan from Sporting Lisbon, so he is back on loan for the season after last season's good enough performance overall. 31 games, 3 goals, 7 assists. He was injured back and forward, so that kind of disrupted him. But I think he's a solid player that still young, but I think he's a player that we know him, and I think he'll do fine for us as and when required. We then signed Danny Perez on loan, but that deal is going to be made permanent in the summer. So he will sign in the summer. but a good midfield player. Again, very, very good mental attributes, good technique, good passing, first touch is good, and dribbling is good. He's got really good decisions, determination, composure on the ball. So his flair's good. So I think midfield wise, he could be a good creative threat for us. And also his trait of tries killer balls often is always a bonus. We then brought in Gessim. Gessim Yassin. Winger, he can play right, he can play left, he can play central midfield as well. Obviously, he's not fantastic central midfield, but he can play there. We've currently got him playing on the left. We signed him from Toulouse for a fee of £1.4 million. And although his stats are not great, as in assists and goals, he's probably better than what we've got. As you can see, he's got decent enough pace. His mentals are pretty good, good determination, good decision making, good composure. And really, he's a step up of quality of what we had before. And if he hits 5 or 6 goals this season and does the job, we'll be happy. He runs with the ball down the left, he gets the crowds going, and likes to run with the ball often. And then we signed Selvey. So Selvey came in, really £950,000 defensive midfielder. I like him. I like his stats. I think he looks very good for a defensive midfielder who can also step back in as central defender. He's not got really any great pace. So that's probably why I would not play him as a central defender, but as a defensive midfield player where he's just going to be screening, then I'm quite happy with that. Then we signed Marcos Viega from Real Madrid B. I've got quite high hopes for this lad, 23 years old. No-brainer as a free transfer, Real Madrid B. He's played a couple of times for the Real Madrid main team, and I think he's going to be a decent enough player for us. I mean, determination-wise, he's got 20, leadership 16, flair 15, good aggression, natural fitness is good. His jumping stamina and strength is not great, but that's what you've got subs for. Shoots from distance, he likes to do that. Decent enough technique, decent enough passing, and long shots. Again, I feel he improves us overall as a free transfer. We then brought Barry Mabaldi back on loan for the season. Again, somebody that we know well and can do the job for us, as we've already said. So we brought him back. Then we brought in George from AS Monaco on loan for the season. He's 6'1". He's got decent enough strength, decent enough pace. He likes to move into channels. He's a no bad finisher, decent enough composure. So we needed somebody else up there, and I think George is the man who can possibly do it. He is a Nigerian international with 1 cap. He's done not too badly. He's not really scored too many goals, but he has played a lot of football. So we're hoping we can get a tune out of him from Monaco. We then signed Mateus Mide for £300,000 from Porto B. Another attacking midfielder. He can play wide left as well, but he can play attacking midfield role. And I like him. He's going to be covered for wide left this season. Good enough pace. He's strong enough. He likes to move into the channels, tries killer balls, and likes to cut inside from the left. So hopefully he can do something for us as well this season. Then we paid the highest thing we've ever paid, fee we've ever played on Mitja Elenic, right wing back, Slovenian international, 48 caps. He's already worth £10 million. As you can see, his stats are pretty decent. Not very good jump and reach, but that's okay. Good acceleration, good natural fitness and pace and stamina and strength. good enough technique. He can pass the ball well, good first touch. Most importantly, good composure, determination. His mentals are all very, very, very good. We signed him from New York, and over there he's got some good stats. Played most of the games, good average rating. He's an international player to come into this team. And lastly, we have signed Jonah Kusi Asare for striker as well to come in battle with Johnny Kenny. 6'5". I think I've signed him in my Celtic save before as well, and although he's not really hit the highlights, I think he's somebody that could do the business. He's only 23 years old. He's got very good physicals. 6'5". Get the ball in the box to him. He will score goals. He likes to play with his back to goal and tries first-time shots. He has been signed by Inter Milan, and again, not been great. Done okay at Inter B, but you've got to give somebody a chance, and give him a chance. We will this season. We've got him on loan with an option, I think. Have we got an option to buy yet? Optional future fee, optional future fee of £1.1 million. So that takes us up to date to where we are there with the transfers this season. We've managed to keep a hold of Paulo Bernardo. There was interest, and he was given a new contract, but the only way we would agree to it is if we lowered his minimum fee release clause, which is £15 million, and put in a relegation release clause of £9 million. But regardless, we signed him for zero, so any money we make on the man is a fantastic bit of business. And if he has even half the season he had last season, we will be delighted. 12 goals, 12 assists last season. So, and he was named in the Sky Bet Championship Player of the Season, and he was the Supporters Player of the Year as well. So, very good from Paulo Bernardo. So yeah, that is where we are. So now we're going to get into the first game of the season against the mighty Liverpool. So before we get into the Liverpool game, we will just quickly run through the pre-season games. And the pre-season wise, it was actually okay. A couple of decent wins, a couple of draws. 11-1 win against Brooklyn in there as well. And a 3-3 against Middlesbrough and a 3-2 against Bristol. So the only thing we're concerned about is the goals that we've been conceding, but is what it is. That's what we're going to go with. That's what's going to happen. We're going to concede goals. So let us go into the tactics for this game against Liverpool. So the team is going to look like this. Thompson in goals, who's been excellent for us last season. He was really, really top-class goalkeeper for that last season. We give him a new deal as well. Likes to start counter-attacks, Max Thompson. So we're going to keep him as number one at the moment. We've still got some time in the January transfer window if needs be, if we need another backup goalkeeper, but we're going to keep Thompson as it is. Helenic, Morrison, Liam Scales and Ali, with Selvey doing a defensive midfield role. We've then got Paulo Bernardo, Danny Perez, Yassine, Grossi and George up front. So it would be quite easy for us just to go with two banks of five against Liverpool, but we want to try and play with a certain way this season, because when we do play teams that's maybe round about us, you want to have something about you and a bit of an identity that can say, right, we're maybe going to go and try and win against these teams. So that's where we are. That's what we're going to play with. Out of possession. Last season, mostly in the Championship, we had both our wide players up here and up here. Today, we're just going to have them sitting back, sitting in the midfield, just getting compact in there, but not too deep. We want to have a bit of a threat. So, yeah, that's where we are. We're playing Liverpool. First game of the season at Anfield. What a way to start the season. So here we are, Anfield for the first game of the season, as the small band of Dagenham and Redbridge supporters shout, "We are Premier League," say, "We are Premier League" in the corner. A remarkable achievement from the Daggers. 5 years ago, bottom of English football. Now they're in with the big boys, and there's not many bigger than Liverpool. As the Premier League tune hits for the first time this season, the first time ever for Dagenham and Redbridge, and a slot on the touchline. He wishes he could be console gaffer. What an arena to start your Premier League adventure, Anfield. And we are underway here at Anfield, and straight away, a minute in, Liverpool have a corner. It's a chance! Oh, it's hit the bar, and it's went over. I think that was Isak. That was a let-off after under 2 minutes. But we have the goal kick, and Thompson swings it out. Jelenic gives it to Grossi. Selvey now clips it infield. It's not a good pass at all. Beerts will come forward, gives the ball to Isak, deflected. Thompson saves. And if this is the way it's going to go, it's going to be a long afternoon. Corner again now. Florian Wirtz. And it goes. Isak's up. Thompson again. Good save. And he goes long. Kanate wins it. Gravenberg. Leone now. Back out wide to Godts. Comes in field. Good tackle, Grossi. Ball forward. Isak. Back it goes again. Isak curls one. And Thompson again with a save. 9 minutes on the clock now. Oh, it's a tackle there. And Scales brought Wirtz down. And it's going to be a free kick, which Florian Wirtz will take. He does have a shot on goal, and it's just over the bar. Frimpong now, down the line it goes again. Diao, looking to go past Ali, which he does with quite ease. He's still going, and Selvey brings down Diao. I think that'll be the first booking. Yep, yellow card. Kanate now, Leone, McAllister. 28 minutes gone. It's been constant Liverpool attack after attack after attack, and they come again. He's into the penalty area. Good play, and Thompson. It's a goal. Thompson saved it. I don't know what we were trying to do to try and keep that ball in play, but it is a goal. In fact, no, it's not a goal. It's offside, and that is a let-off. Oh, what went on here? Yeah, Isak is offside. He is offside. Frimpong again now. 33 minutes on the clock. It's delivered in. Morrison gets it away. It's Gravenberg. He's coming forward again. He's in the penalty area. McAllister. Wirtz. Back to Frimpong. Is he going to have a go? Goes back to Diao. He's in the box. And the goal. That is it there. And after 34 minutes of constant pressure, Liverpool finally have the lead. You can't say it was not coming. Frimpong to Diao. Ali nowhere near it. And he just hard and low into the corner. 1-0 Liverpool. Wirtz again now with the corner. Now with the free kick into the box. Headed out. Going to come to the edge of the area. Wirtz has it again now. What can Wirtz do from here? 2-0. 2 quick goals now for Liverpool. Across it goes. We didn't get out quickly enough. And Weert just drilled into the back of the net. And that is 2-0 Liverpool. Nearly 41 minutes. Very rare foray up the field. Picked up by Linic. Grossi, what can he do now? He's into this penalty area for the very, very rare moment. It's Sylvie, it's a poor pass, it's going to come to Yassine! And Yassine has got one back for Liverpool, for Dagenham and Redbridge here. In the 41st minute. Out of nowhere, Grossi got the ball back. Sylvie passed it to George, or it was a poor first touch. And then the tackle came in, and Yassine with the shot, in off the post. Liverpool 2, Dagenham and Redbridge 1. Puts it away, but it's going to come back here in the 46th minute. We've got another 2 minutes of injury time to be played. Over the top to Diao. Good first touch. Back it goes to Kanate. McAllister. Gravenberch. Weert. Good block. And I don't know what's happened here. Has the ref given a penalty? The ref has given Liverpool a penalty here. Apparently Morrison brought Isak down, and Liverpool have a penalty in the 47th minute of this game. They probably finish Dagenham Redbridge off. And it's McAllister. And it's of course he scored. It's 3-1. Not that Liverpool needed any help in this game, but they have had a big help there from that penalty. It's Liverpool 3, Dagenham Redbridge 1 on the first day of the season. It's a good penalty. It's into the top corner. Grossi inside to George. And there is half time here at Anfield. 3-1. It's been an absolute battering, to be fair. How it is only 3 is quite beyond belief, to be fair. 66% possession. They've had 21 shots, 9 on target. We've had 1 shot, 1 on target, and 1 goal. Fair play to us. Passes completed 84%. It'll be interesting to see how many passes we've actually made in the match. We have made 201 passes, so at least we're trying to pass the ball. We've tried to go forward, we've tried to play in the final third, so we're quite happy with that. But it's just been one of those, it's just first game of the season. So we are going to address the team. We're going to encourage the boys, because it is a baptism of fire, and then we're going to make some changes. I think we need to take off George and put on the big man. And I think we need to go long to him. Let's play a target man. That's where he is at his best. Instructions, passing direction. Much more direct. Standard. Yeah, we need to go much more direct. Give the ball to the big man up front. Hit early crosses if we can to the big man. And build up. I think we don't try and play through this one now. I think we just bypass. So I think that's where we go for this game. Paulo Bernardo, in fact, they've all struggled, to be fair. I think McKenty is going to come in for Danny Perez. We're just going to go back up there. Paulo Bernardo. We'll give Viega a go and push him up there. Push him up there as well. But yeah, the whole team, it could be anybody. I'm going to bring Balde on as well for Grossi. That's what we're going to do for this second half and see how we get on. Damage limitations now. We don't want to get an absolute pounding in the first game of the season. But Liverpool come again. Out wide looking for Harvey Elliott, and that's going to go... Nope, Ali keeps it in. Gives it to Scales. Goes down the line looking for Vega. Good first touch. Vega. Yassine. Man who scored the goal for Dagenham Redbridge. Good defending there by Harvey Elliott. And that will be Liverpool 3, Dagenham Redbridge 1. So nearly 72 minutes on the clock now. Yassine from the throw-in. Good block by Szoboszlai. Cleared away down the line. Diverts. Driving forward. Good skill. He's at the byline. He's still going. He cut it back. Good defending. Szoboszlai now from distance. And that's over the bar. I think we might make another change. Samuel can come on, I think, for Sylvie. Aye, that's what we'll do. Assar, good feet by the big Swede. Samuel, Vega, Baldi. Inside to Vega again. What can he do? Samuel, good ball to Baldi. Baldi now driving forward for Dagenham Redbridge. Delivers into the box. It's a good enough ball. And it's a throw-in, I think. Nearly 87 minutes on the clock here. Still 3-1. Forward it goes. Vega wins it. Samuel picks it up. Poor pass though. And that's a good tackle by Yassine. Baldi. Samuel. Yassine. Vega. McKenty. Poor ball. Got to be better than that. Harvey Elliott again coming forward. Long ball looking for Isak. This is a chance. There's his goal. A fantastic run. A fantastic finish by Isak. And that is 4-1. We have been much better in the second half, to be fair. But all it takes is one fantastic pass and a clinical striker. Makes it 4-1 to Liverpool. As there is the full-time whistle here at Anfield on the first game of the season. First game in the Premier League for Dagenham and Redbridge. And it's been a bit of a sore one to take. Expected, possibly, but still a sore one nevertheless. 4-1 defeat in the first game of the season. And that already sets us to rock bottom, as Crystal Palace lost 4-2 to Chelsea, so they will be slightly above us anyway. We got a goal, but if you look at possession, the shots on target, the XG, it is what it is. I think we've just got to try and chalk this one up to first game of the season. It's against Liverpool. And let's just move on. This is the standard though against the big boys, that we're miles and miles away. So I thought Baldi done okay when he came on. Yassine took his goal well. And Thompson in goal played very, very well. He saved us numerous times in that first half. So yeah, 4-1, first game of the season. I'm going to sympathise. You can't be pleased with losing 4-1, but you can understand how we have lost. So yeah, there we are. There we are on the opening day of the season. So I don't think it gets much easier for us if we're going to look at the fixture list. We have our first home game against Bournemouth next week in the second game of the season, and then we've got Arsenal, and then we play Southampton, we play Crystal Palace, and just gauging by it already, I think Southampton Crystal Palace are the teams that we maybe should be looking at taking points off already. But there's not going to be any easy game. But if you want to run through the list here, we've already played a title challenger. We're going to play another title challenger. We've then got Manchester United as well, who's got a good squad of players. You'd expect them to be a title challenger by this point in the save. You've got Newcastle, Spurs, and then you're coming in to a period that we might look at to try and sneak a couple of points. Again, Coventry at home, Sunderland at home. And then we've got Leeds away from home, who won the championship last season by 3 points. We challenged them all the way. So yeah, Leicester's there. I think there is points there for us, but we've got to turn our home stadium into an absolute fortress. And that is one of the things as well with the stadium. It's currently under, although because of the poor update and not really bothering too much, SI, we're getting this fixed. It is currently getting updated, the stadium. So how do we see? We see the board yet. Expand the stadium. So the board it's in progress and it's going to be completed in 2 months. It's not a massive one. I think it's just to add try and squeeze a couple of more thousand into the stadium. So yeah. So yeah, that's where we are. First game of the season. We've got a long, long way to go, and it's going to be a tough old season. I said at the end of last season, did we get promoted from the Championship too early? Possibly, but we're here now. We'll take that Premier League money and just see how the season plays out. So we'll leave that there, and I think what we'll do, we'll just crack on in the season. We'll come back again, as we usually do, in this save and see where we are come January. Again, if we need some reinforcements, if we've actually got the money for any reinforcements come January to see where we are. So, as always, thanks for joining in to this Dagenham Redbridge save. I've really enjoyed it up to this point to get us to the Premier League, and now it's a chance to try and make sure we can possibly stay in the Premier League and then kick on from there. So, as always, we will see you soon, and thanks again.